Alright, what's up guys? Got 93 Fleer Ultra Series 1. Not really a whole lot in the set, but there's some pretty good inserts. Got award winners, home run kings, and ultra rookies. And something about the Dennis Eckersley highlights. Not too worried about that one. We'll see what we got. $36 packs, 14 cards per pack. See if we can get the odds for anything. Should be able to read that. Here we go. I'm assuming some of these will probably be stuck together. We'll just have to see how it goes. Yep, kind of stuck. So that generally don't do too well for the cars, but not really a whole lot you can do. Alright, we got Tony Pena, Robin Yount, Bobby Witt, Troy Neal, Joe Gray, Lee Smith, Jack McDowell, Mark Whitten. I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of does some of that to the cards. Reggie Sanders, Bob McDonald, Dave Fleming, Greg Colburn, Kent Herbeck, Kevin Moss. I haven't really found a good way to do that. Raphael Bornigal, never heard of the guy. Jay Bell, Raphael Belliard, Steve Buechele, George Brett, Scott Cooper, Mike Williams, The Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. That's a nice card. Mike Bordick, Gary DeSorcina, not sure how you say that. Brian Jordan, George Bell, Sammy Sosa, and Mike Stanton. Dan Gladden, John Olerud, Edgar Martinez, Orlando Merced, Lenny Harris, Donnie Baseball. I believe that's the award winners. Top Glove. Derek May, Tom Gladden, Pete Harnish, Frank Seminara, Jeff Kent, Royce Clayton, Derek Lilliquist, and Hal Morris. I didn't look at the odds. I kind of showed it to you guys, but I didn't look at it, so I'm not sure what to expect. Brent Main, David Wells, Mark Langston, Pat Kelly, Jeff Fry, Daryl Hamilton, Juan Bell, John Doherty, Leo Gomez, Jay Buhner, Joe Carter, Scott Erickson, Archie Cianfrocco, never heard of that guy, Felix Furman. Rick Aguilera, Moses Alou, Kevin Brown, Mike Gallego, Kyle Abbott, James Austin, Brady Anderson, Milt Kyler, I'm not sure how you say that one, Derek Bell, Rich Amaral, Stan Belinda, Pedro Estacio, Mark Langston. Paul Ossenmacher, might have bent that back card. Juan Gonzalez, Doug Henry, Wes Chamberlain, Mike Henneman, Ben McDonald, Sid Breen, Mark Grace, Fred McGriff, Luis Gonzalez, John Burkett, Todd Hundley, Chris Hammond, Thomas Howard, and Mike Lavalier, not sure. Mike Timlin, Dave Vale, Chris Naboles, Kirby Puckett, Melito Perez, Pudge, Greg Vaughn, John Kruk, Scott Livingston, David Segui, Javi Lopez, I don't know if that's his true rookie card or not, Bob Scanlon, and Devon White, Kurt Stillwell, Ron Karkovice, Rene Gonzalez, Mike Perez, Jim Tomey, Wally Joyner, John Weiner, Tim Naring, Julio Valera, Vince Horseman, Scott Luis, Delino DeShields, Rafael Palmeiro, Hensley Mullins, Mariano Duncan. Bill Duran, Brett Butler, Jeff King, Damon Berryhill, Frank Castillo, Darren Jackson, Steve Finley, Jeff Brantley, Dave Gallagher, Jerry Brown, Ray Lankford, Bill Swift, Joey Cora, and Rick Wilkins. Ken Hill, Charles Nagy, Jose Rio. That's very nice. Ken Griffey. About to drop it. Eric Karros, Randy Tomlin, Mark Lemke, Mike Morgan, Craig Shipley, Doug Jones, Mike Jackson, Brett Saberhagen, Jeff Parrott, and Ozzie Smith. I think so far all I've got is the award winners. I haven't got any of the other inserts. Anthony Young, Chris Sabo, Paul Sorrento, Tim Wakefield, Pedro Martinez. Pretty sure that's not a rookie. Yeah, he had a 91 upper deck. Yeah. Dwight Smith, Greg Olson, Eddie Tabansi, Dan Walters, Terry Mulholland, Checklist, Frank Viola, Bob Welch, Steve Sachs. Laurel Hershiser, Zane Smith, Ryan Klesko. I don't know if that's his true rookie or not, but it was listed as a rookie card. I thought he had a 92 tops or something like that. Chuck McElroy, Kevin Kozlowski, Tony Pena, Robin Yount, getting the doubles. Bobby Witt, Troy Neal, Joe Gray, Lee Smith, Jack McDowell, Mark Whitten, Reggie Sanders. And those last half of that pack, I've already had all those cards. I think there's only 300, maybe 330 in Series 1. 540 or, no, there's a little less than 540 cards in this box. But you'll still get plenty of doubles. Should make a complete Series 1 set. Bob Scanlon, Kurt Stilwell, Al Osuna, Darren Lewis, Chico Walker, Bip Roberts, Scott Scooter, Andy Van Slyke, Roger McDowell, Mike Piazza. That's very nice. Not a rookie, but nice card. Bob Wickman, John Orton, Brian McRae, Devon White. Travis Fryman, Jack Morris, Randy Johnson, Will Cordero, Terry Jorgensen, Don Mattingly, Jeff Hewson, Will Clark, Howard Johnson, Tom Pagnozzi, Barry Larkin, Mark Lewis, Lloyd McClendon, and Eric Davis. And I still haven't seen any of the Eckersley highlights either. Speaking of the devil, Dennis Eckersley, Scott Rudensky, Jose Offerman, Paul Quantrill, Randy Velarde, Brent Main, David Wells, Mark Langston, Matt Noakes, Roger Padwick, BJ Surhoff, Ricky Jordan, Chad Kruger, and Greg Olson. Bernie Williams, Luis Polonia, Terry Pendleton, Kevin McReynolds, Todd Zeal, Rick Aguilera, Moises Alou. I had these cards before. Kevin Brown, Mike Gallego, Kyle Abbott, James Austin, Brady Anderson, Milt Kyler, Derek Bell. John Kiley, Mike Messina, Mike Schuler, Ed Sprague, Pat Mahomes, Darren Fletcher, Dean Palmer, Sam Militello, Dave Hollins, Jesse Orozco, Xavier Hernandez, Gary Sheffield, Eddie Murray, Steve Hosey. Bob Tewksbury, Checklist, Terry Steinbach, Tim Raines, Mo Vaughn, Rob Deere, Glenn Davis, Brett Boone, Pat Borders, J.R. Brute, Kent Bottenfield, Julio Franco, John Habian, Ruben Amaro. There's a lot of these guys, I have no clue who they are. Steve Avery, Craig Biggio, Andy Bennis, Sid Fernandez, Rob Beck. Alright, camera stopped on me. Tim Belcher, Wilson Alvarez, Chad Curtis, Bernard Gilkey, Larry Walker, Mike Boddicker, Deion Sanders, Jack Clark. Tom Candiati, Scooter Tucker, Carl Willis, Chuck Finley, Mark Gubixa. I'm sure I've heard his name, but I don't remember how to pronounce it. Rusty Meacham, Donovan Osborne, Robbie Thompson, Ron Darling, Alex Fernandez, John Dobson, John Kiley, Mike Messina, Mike Schuler, Al Osuna, Darren Lewis, Chico Walker, Bip Roberts, Scott Scooter, Andy Van Slyke, Roger McDowell, Mike Piazza, another one, Bob Wickman, John Orton, Brian McRae, Devon White, Bob Tewksbury, and a checklist. Dave Nilsson, Alan Mills, Dan Gladden, John Allrood, Edgar Martinez, Orlando Merced, Lenny Harris, Derek May, Tom Glavin, Pete Hornish, Frank Seminara, Jeff Kent, Royce Clayton, and Derek Lillquist. Danny Darlin, Lenny Webster, Tom Gordon, Bob Zupsik, Damon Easley, Matt Noakes, Roger Pavlik, BJ Surhoff, Ricky Jordan, Chad Kruger, Greg Olson, Russ Swan, Todd Stottlemyre, Pedro Munoz. Lots of doubles. Bobby Thigpen, Lance Blankenship, Ben Rivera, Mickey Morandini, Bill Wegman, Jeff Tackett, Tony Phillips, Dwayne Ward, Omar Vizquel, Mel Rojas, Kevin Tapani, Andy Stankiewicz, Kenny Rogers, Kurt Manwaring, that one's like a brick. Ed Sprague, Pat Mahomes, Darren Fletcher, Dean Palmer, Sam Militello, Dave Hollins, Jesse Roscoe, Xavier Hernandez, Gary Sheffield, Robin Ventura, still haven't got any other inserts though. Eddie Murray, Steve Hosey, Carlos Martinez, Joe Oliver. Let's see what we got. I don't think it tells you a whole lot. It tells you about the Eckersley cards. There's an autographed Eckersley. Pretty hard to hit. 1 in 25,000 packs for the signed one. Oh, here we go. Award winners 1 in 12. And I've got more than 1 in 12 for award winners. Terry Steinbach, Tim Raines, Mo Vaughn, Mike Timlin, Dave Vale, Chris Nabholz, Kirby Puckett, Melito Perez, Pudge Rodriguez, Greg Vaughn, John Kruk, Scott Livingston, David Segui, Javi Lopez. Hal Morris, Ron Karkovice, Rene Gonzalez, Mike Perez, Jim Tomey, Wally Joyner, John Wiener, Tim Naring, Julio Valera, Vince Horseman, Alan Trammell, Darren Dalton, John Jaha, Cheeto Martinez. I believe Trammell just got in the Hall of Fame. I hadn't really paid attention to it. I think he did. Him and Jack Morris, I believe. Andy Van Slyke, Roger McDowell, another Piazza, that's 3. Bob Wickman, John Orton, Brian McRae, Devon White, Bob Tewksbury, Checklist, Terry Steinbach, Tim Raines, Mo Vaughn, Rob Deere, Glenn Davis. You can tell a lot of these are in the same order. I don't think we've got one of him yet. Maybe we have. I don't know. Jeff Houston, Will Clark. Yeah, I think so. Howard Johnson. Barry Larkin, Mark Lewis, Lloyd McClendon, Eric Davis, Sean Dunston, Ron Gant, Juan Guerrero, Rich Rodriguez, Steve Shiflett, Checklist, Mike Greenwell. Alright, just a few packs to go. I thought there were supposed to be home run kings and ultra rookies in this. Matt Noakes, Roger Pavlik, BJ Surhoff, Ricky Jordan, Chad Kruger, Greg Olson, Russ Swan, Todd Stottlemyre, Pedro Munoz, Ken Hill, Charles Nagy. There's something on the back. Jose Rio, Dennis Eckersley. Award Ultra winners. So I guess that would be one of his highlight cards. Eric Karros. Jeff Tackett, Tony Phillips, Dwayne Ward, Omar Vizquel, Mel Rojas, Kevin Tapani, Andy Stankiewicz, Kenny Rogers, Kurt Manwaring, Anthony Young, Chris Sabo, Paul Sorrento, Tim Wakefield. I can't remember if that's his rookie or not. Pedro Martinez. Alright, Dave Hollins, Jesse Orozco, Xavier Hernandez, Gary Sheffield, Greg Maddox. Well, maybe that wasn't a Eckersley highlights. That's something else. I don't know what the hell that is. Maybe that's the award winners and this is something else. Alright, sorry guys, camera went dead on me. I went ahead and opened everything up while I was waiting on the camera to charge back up. Didn't miss out on anything. I got a Ricky Henderson, that was about it. But so what we ended up with, we got 8 award winners, and for some reason we didn't get any other inserts, but oh well. There's nothing really worth a whole lot, maybe $5-10 bucks. But the pack odds say 1 in 12 for award winners. We got 8, so that's more like 1 in 4 packs. But we didn't get anything else. And I'm assuming there's a different style box, like a jumbo box, magazine box, something like that. So I'm assuming some of the other stuff is in there for Series 1 inserts. But anyway, that's what we got. 8 award winners and some decent cards in the base set. Alright, take care guys.